Who's that sexy lady? It's Mad Dog McGriddle, and this is the next episode of our Mountain Blade Warband playthrough. We are knee-deep in native right now, and also losing quite soundly, but let's assign our skill points before I go any further with my blathering. With Mad Dog McGriddle, I had some confusion in the last, with the last upgrade, I guess. I almost said in the last episode, but I think we leveled up like 4 episodes ago. I had some confusion about what I had wanted to apply points to, and that confusion still remains. That's not something that has vacated the premises as of yet. However, I do think we could do with a wee bit more shield, since we're so reliant on it, or another power draw so that I could get a bow and we can play around with that for a while. I think I'll do that. We'll do power draw 4 and we'll try and find ourselves a war bow. And we'll mess around with that over the course of the next couple gameplays. We'll get rid of one of those maces. We'll do something. Now then, as for what we want to do on the world map here, I'm basically waiting for our contract to ride out with Nord so that we can abandon ship and go join the Sarenids, maybe. Down here, let's see if there's anybody that I can pick on over here. And the answer to that question is no. 9. We've got 24 men over here. Let's run them down. There it is. We will fight him. It's 83 versus 25. This should be a reasonably quick battle. We are still on contract, so all things considered, I'm still going to kind of withhold my end of the bargain by fighting as hard as I can for Nords. And if that means I have to pick off these gentlemen one by one, all by my lonesies, well, then I guess that's what we'll do. I'm going to deploy everybody, and I think we're just going to go for a full-on charge here. Damn, look at that sexy field full of horsies. Let's do it. Never have I been so glad to see a field full of horsey butt. I think I just tried to kill my own Mameluke. In the classical spelling, Mameluke has an A in between the two. It's Mameluke, so Mameluke. But in the game, they call them Mamlukes. So I guess it's probably, I don't know, maybe the name was too long or something. I mean, I haven't done a physical count. God, we trounced them. That was a downright slaughter. Or an upright slaughter, depending on whether they're sitting up or not. He managed to escape, but that's one lord out of the way. He doesn't have anything I really want. I guess I'll take one of his archers. One of your archers will now be my archer, and I shall trade him for Drokas. Let's see, we could go with maybe a footman? Yes, a footman. Let's take him. Alright, let's see where the rest of... What is that guy is my hero? I mean, he is the badass of all badasses, but that was a terrible idea. There is no denying that that was a really, really poorly thought out thing to do. I mean, it's kind of one of those Three Musketeers Man in the Iron Mask moments where they decide to run down the hallway. Was that the right movie? I think I got the right movie. Where they decide to run down the hallway into musket fire. Sometimes you gotta be a valorous badass, but for me, I'm all about opportunism and self-preservation. I'm not a lord. They didn't give me any land. I'm still riding around on contract. I don't have to be here. Ooh, King Yeraglick is packing. He is packing hardcore. I don't want to fight you at all, King Yeraglick. You leave me alone. You be gone, sir. You be gone elsewhere. Let's do some raiding. If we can't actually fight them on a field of battle, we can fight them economically by sort of cutting off all of their supply. Let's loot and pillage this thing and really, really hope that King Yeraglick doesn't come up here to help. They're all too afraid to fight me. Awesome. That's just how I prefer to keep it. I would rather have a bunch of enemies who are afraid to fight me than a bunch of enemies who want to dogpile on me and just fill me full of steel. I do not have to be steeled right now. My resolve is already pure. There is no need for further steel inside of my body. I will take your chickens. No, actually, forget your chickens. To hell with your chickens, Vagears. I want your cabbages. Aw, yeah. Give me all that cabbage. Put it up in a cot. Let's run this guy down, although he's going to run and hide. They have too many castles. I can't defeat any of these turds because they keep running away. Come here, turds. Let me fight you. There's 100. Oh, bad things just happened. Me and my addiction to fast forwarding. Oh, 85 versus 203. Let's sacrifice, shall we? We're going to sacrifice a couple of men. Lazalet's going to be super grumpy about it, but that's fine. He can go to hell. I don't want to sit in a jail cell, and I doubt that he does either. Now, who did we lose out of that 16? We lost some Huskarls. We didn't lose any Knights. That's good. We didn't lose any Mamelukes either, so I'm happy with that as well. I'm not completely sure how it selects who gets sacrificed in those cases, but we did lose 16 men, which means we need to go on a recruiting spree. Fast forward. Like I said, all of my losses are almost universally from using fast forward. What is this? What do you have? What should I fear from you, Boyar Nelag? Your 41 Vaegir guards and your 33 knights. That's what I'm afraid of. Oh my god. The size of that army. We can, however, fight him. Oh, somebody messed up. He thought he had backup and he didn't. Surrender or die. I'm gonna have everybody hang out right here for a minute. I'm trapped in a giant sea of horsies. I don't think they're riding out on me. Infantry. I want you here. Archers. I would prefer you there on the double. And then horsey men can follow me around. Horsey men, we're gonna charge right across this little valley here. This gully is what we want. And why are people dismounting? You guys are such idiots sometimes. I hate it when you dismount without me telling you to give the order. Telling me to give the order. My tongue makes the sounds, and then you get off your horse. That's what I want to say. I want to enumerate this. Let me speak, ye rebellious tongue. Getting biblical in here, rebellious tongues and whatnot. My tongue got rebellious once. That's how I contracted MRSA. Oh dear. Let's hope that this charge doesn't come from a weird angle. I'm gonna try and keep my eyes on everybody. That poor horse over there. Hopefully they don't commandeer it Grand Theft Auto style. Grand Theft Equestrian. We're gonna circle right now. Let's head on out this way. And the plan is to circle and hit them from this angle. Alright, cavalry, do yo deal. Let's do it. Let's get fierce. Game face. Urgh. I have the feeling my horse has been lamed. I feel like I'm riding around very slowly. And now we're going to support them with infantry. Ooh. Yeah, I didn't think I was going to get that one off in time. It's not going to stop me from clubbing, though. I'm still going to club people. It's kind of weird how medieval clubbing is way different than modern clubbing. Like, that is a word that has not retained its meaning nearly at all. I mean, I don't think there were medieval nightclubs around. It seems like it'd be kind of time intensive. The strobe lights alone, you'd have to have like monks dancing around half naked, holding lanterns, and then they'd have to like put their hand over the front of the lantern over and over again, just like oons, oons, oons. It just seems like it would be a pain. And now we're gonna need a reformation very shortly. Speaking of monks, we may need to reform our lines. I wasn't paying attention, so I'm not sure if they just got themselves reinforcements or not. I'm almost positive I'm at the, yep, I think my horse is crippled. We're gonna have to go get him horsey physical therapy while we go find another horse. One day he's gonna show up in the doorway while we're sleeping. I heard you were out with another horse. That's awful. Another enemy defeated. Every single one that we take off the field is one less that we have to deal with later. I'm just gonna give myself a basic horse for now. Our inventory is full. There's nothing we can really fill up with. Victorious music is playing throughout the halls of Mad Dog McGriddle. If we had a hall. The only halls we have is probably like cough medicine at this point. Looks like Artemener's gotten himself leveled up. Let's go down into semi-friendly or at least neutral territory and see if we can get rid of some of these captives. We've done the best that we can. I think you can all agree that we're the only ones that are really fighting this war up against Vaegirs. Everybody else is just doing horribly. I think I should probably set up some new enterprises down in Suno or something. We've got lots of money, and the reason I've been sitting on my money so vicariously or so aggressively is I really don't want to end up with a low cash count, as in our nest egg being all gone, and then us still continuing to lose money based on our giant unit force, and then also because we've been sequestered into oblivion here. I'm gonna give him, I think he was the guy that just had trainer. Let's continue giving him strength, and we're gonna work on shield. Let's make him a little bit better with that. Put a couple points into one-handed weapons. Artemener's ready to go too. What skills was he contributing? Trade, engineer, surgery. Okay, so he's our surgeon. Let's get back to our party screen. We'll give Artimentor a little bit more surgery skill. There it is, and we've actually increased his threshold. Very, very nice. His hold has been threshed. We also need wound treatment. We could use some first aid, maybe. We lost Nizar, and I think Nizar was our go-to guy when it came to medical supplies, and I just haven't seen him around lately. Footman, you will become men-at-arms. Veterans, some archers. There we go. A few more Huskarls. Feeling pretty happy right now. Our Swadian Knights are taking care of business just as we had always wanted them to. This one time when I was a little kid, apparently we were at Christmas, right? And we were at a Christmas, you know those cousins you never meet, but then somehow you end up spending like 3 weeks at their house during Christmas? It was like that, and so it was really awkward because they're family, but they're not family you know, so you know you kind of have to be cordial, but at the same time you're sort of stuck there because you're 13 and you would rather be elsewhere. You're like 5,000 miles from your home. You know how it goes. But anyways, one of these cousins that I had never met before, his parents had told him to act like he enjoyed every Christmas gift that he ever got. Like, if he had already had one, they basically told him, you know how parents are, they're like, oh, well, if you've already gotten this for Christmas, just pretend like you didn't get it for Christmas so that you don't hurt the feelings of whoever got it for you, right? So every single present he opened, he said, that's what I always wanted, for like a ridiculous amount of presents. Like, seriously, he said that sentence a lot of times. And that's the end of my story. Some people thought it was cute, some people thought it was obnoxious. I'll leave it down to a vote down below. I don't find little kids cute, so I think I have to go more towards the obnoxious end. That's just me personally. My tolerance for small children is remarkably low. Just not that person. I think I could probably enjoy my own children, and that sounds like a terrible thing to say. Like, I think my own kids I would be okay with because they're blood. Like, you're kind of bound by genetics to like them, but little kids, just not a little kid person. I'm just not. I'm too adult-oriented in real life. What's going on down here? Before I destroy my reputation any further. Let's see, a wandering minstrel. Ransom Broca! I don't want to do your dialogue again. Just let me sell these people to you. It looks like all of the noble lords that we had in our inventory all escaped. Oh, never mind. There's Charka. So we've got a couple left over. Hopefully we'll make a little bit of cash there. Like another, I would love to make like another 10 Gs off of all these captives we have. I'm going to hire some blades. Oh, never mind. They won't fit. They won't fit into our plan. I keep wanting to get hired blades, and they keep vetoing my idea based on the fact that I can't get enough renown to keep going with that plan. Let's get back up into our homelands here. Oh, Marmoon, you don't want none. You just messed up, Marmoon. You just messed up bad. I'll fight both of you right now. It'll get straight hairy. It'll get hairier than a dwarf's two-way up in here. It will get nasty. It will get straight disgusting. Please catch him before he escapes. Oh my god, I hate you so much right now, horsey people. Well, I'll beat up this guy. 86 against... I think somebody jumped in on his side there. Because this does not feel right. Oh, they are just rushing... Oh, it's Khergits. Okay, so we're going to have to come up with a plan here. Infantry hang out there. Archers do the same. Cavalry, we want to get the cavalry out there and get them into battle because we've got to run every single horse down here. If I could ever get free of my own men. And now I'm being blocked by a tree. The enemy has even summoned the trees against me. Let's bust up some lines. And that's my own guy. I don't want to beat him up. But I do want to assist him because he's very, very outmanned. Oh dear. I think their horsemen have caught on. I'm gonna try and keep him from being a horseman and turn him into a footman. Oh, never mind. Battle's turning in our favor. I was getting worried there for a minute. There was a lot of negative looking colors flashing all over my screen. And I'm never envious of people who are stuck in that situation, especially mid-LP, because then you're just making your terrible strategy known to the world, which is the most embarrassing part. Ooh, he killed him before I could get there. And you, sir, speared my horse. There's some Goldberg action going on up in here. That's right, wrestling humor. I went there. I used to watch wrestling as a kid. Although my favorite guy, my favorite dude was the Ultimate Warrior. Ultimate Warrior was where it was at. When Ultimate Warrior fought Hulk Hogan, oh yeah. Probably the best fight in the history Oh, who was it back then? WCW, I guess? I don't watch anymore, so I don't even know what they're calling themselves. Yeah, we'll continue that charge. We're just going to have everybody go. And then I also got back into wrestling during the NWO WCW days, when they had Raven's Flock and everybody else. Because there are, like, interesting times in wrestling. It really is just sort of a soap opera for dudes that watch other dudes be all sweaty around each other. I don't know. I enjoyed it. Don't judge me. Don't judge me. God. That is such a dog pile. Just the worst day ever to beat that guy right there. Yeah, that was a bunch of lords, and we didn't lose anybody. We only lost 5 guys. Not bad at all. Not bad at all for how terribly that could have gone, given how many horsemen they have. But this time, we're aptly prepared. We've got enough units to actually fight horsemen. The only way to fight horsemen in this game is with other horsemen. Like, I wish I could give you a different strategy. If you're... Oh, I'm walking around with loads and loads of trade goods. Maybe I should unload those, too. A few more lords out of the way. Oh, I wanted to fight him on the bridge. But, unfortunately, that's a battle map that you so rarely see. There is a battle map that takes place on a bridge. I can't remember if they modded it in or not. But if you're lucky enough to start a battle on a bridge, you get that map, and it's the only way that you ever get it. The Sultanate and the Khergits have made peace. Let's get back down to Swad territory. And the goal for coming down here is going to be to get rid of all of these goodies that we have in our backpack. Our pack is very full. That's what I used to call my backpack when I was a little kid. It was my pack. I think I'm going to get rid of that and just have a cavalry saber. And then we'll keep the spiked mace. I need to track down a lovely bow for myself, too. I'm so glad that they have a lot of cash right now. That makes me very, very pleased. Pleased as pie. Although I would be pleased if I was pie. That would mean I'm about to be eaten. And being eaten seems like it would suck. Being eaten is one of those things that humanity has dedicated itself to over the last like 10,000 years or so. Just keeping ourselves, we may kill each other in war, we may do terrible things to one another, but at least we're not getting eaten by lions anymore. We can at least attest to that fact. We're not getting chewed on by gazelles and all kinds of other crazy shit. Alright, so there's another little grouping. We need to buy some food too, so let's buy out his stock of food because I don't want to have to deal with that for the next little bit. And let me go to the arms merchant. Maybe we can get a super power... A power draw 7? How do you even get power draw 7? Oh my god, that is a lot. That is a ton of power draw. Is there anything down here I can maybe use? 15 piercing, that's not good enough. Nope. We may have to go... I forget who has the really, really strong war bows. Somebody has a war bow that's just like incredible. It does like 28 damage, I think. And it belongs to some faction. That'll do right there. That strong bow. I'll take it. And then we also need to get some arrows. Bodkin arrows. They're bent, though. I don't think that's going to help us aim properly. A large bag of arrows. I'll take the large bag of arrows. That's like supersizing your pain quotient. Your pain quotient. There we go. We're supersized at this point. Let's go back up and get into some more fights. I apologize if this hasn't been the most interesting playthrough. This battle up here for Nords is just never ending. Like, I'm whacking lords left and right. I almost said whacking off lords. No, Mad Dog McGriddle does not go that way. Mad Dog McGriddle, she's a classy lady. She's the kind of lady that drinks out of one of those large, like, globular glasses that you drink wine out of. Or maybe... Oops, I was fast-forwarding again. Boyar Ayam, he wants to fight us. 82 versus his 32. Why would he attack me? That seems like a terrible mismanagement on his part. I'm not even going to set up a position, and neither is he. We're just going to fight. We're just going to fight to the death. That first couch strike is really, really going to hurt. But after that, we should be okay. God. I just cut through them like butter. I do like this cavalry saber. It swings very quickly. Oh, my horsey, no! How could you? How could you, Serenid sir? You are a horse people. How dare you kill mine? I do wish that this game had wargs. I would much rather ride a warg. Let me see if I can grab this horse. Come here, you. His tail is in an awkward position. I know what horses do when their tail's in that position. I know. I hate to catch him mid-movement, but we need to get moving here. So there's another battle won, and he had a bunch of guys behind him. So we're gonna step out of the way of that pain train. I was worried that he jumped in on it, and then, oh god, it was gonna be nasty. It was gonna be super, super nasty. Another gentleman over here. He's got nowhere to run. Let's run him down. We're gonna take him to the ends of the earth. There's no escaping, man. You should just accept it. What are you doing? Just running halfway across? Have some valor. Have some valor and stand your ground, sir. I think they're Khergits, so we're gonna have to set up a formation for them. I'm gonna have my bros take this spot, maybe. Oh god! Archers! Archers on the hill! And then cavalry shall follow me. This will probably be our last battle of the day. Depending on how long it takes. It looks like their entire force is horsemen, so this might be over quickly. Alright, I'm happy with our lineup. Cavalry! Sound the charge! On the depot! I don't know why, but that makes me happy too. You guys know that I have a penchant for pirate noises. I also like being one of those British commanders back when they had the redcoats who's like, "Make ready! Is it up?" I don't know why. It's just fun making that voice. I know it doesn't sound British at all. I know. I'm aware of my deficiencies. But I accept them, and that's what's important. I accept them, and hey, you stop that right now, sir. I'm not liking this. He's firing a weapon over his shoulder at me. Ooh, and then he stabbed me. And then we triple teamed him. Where are these last couple horsemen? I'm assuming one is knee deep in my lines right now because I see archers dying left and right. Yep, there he is. I hate fighting Khergits. It takes forever. Somebody please take him. Yeah, there we go. Perfectly fine. Just get him off the horse. If a Khergit's on his horse, we are still in trouble. Lost 3 men there. Veteran archers, don't really care. We lost 1 marksman. I do care about that. Ooh, but they're going to give us replacement units in the form of 2 Huskarls, 4 veterans, and a couple of warriors. Not bad. I'm going to capture their horsemen, their lancers. Take the stubborn courser, because why not? Alright. I guess we got time to ride around a little bit. We'll continue to meander. I thought that battle was going to take longer than it actually did. We've probably got time for maybe one more if it's a short one. If it's like a 200 versus... Oh, God! Fast forward. Fast forward will be the end of me, my friends. Fast forward will be the end of me. Boyar Bracha, we shall fight, and this will be our final battle. Let this be our final battle. Archers up here. You guys follow me. And since they've got a bunch of horsemen, I'm going to put my infantry right there. And it's almost not even worth it to be on a horse in this battle. Just take a look at that terrain. This is the terrain that makes horsies cry. Big old horsey tears. And horses have eyeballs that are like the size of gumballs. Like expensive gumballs that take 2 quarters in one of those little rotary machines. Not the cheap gumballs. So imagine the tears that they could conjure. I'm playing the hell out of Rust by now. Like, I don't know if you guys know, but I bought Rust. And Rust is a really, really fun game. Like, if you haven't played Rust yet, I would recommend you come play with me post-haste. I'll post the server that I always play on. I play on a Japanese server because for whatever reason, the Japanese server has 25 ping for me. I don't know why. The ping is amazingly low. It's lower than the ping of the places in Sacramento and in Seattle. Basically, the West Coast servers have sucky ping right now, and the Japanese one is amazing. So I'll link the server on the Facebook, and you guys can come play with me. I was thinking about setting up a ventrilo as well so that we could all chat and I could kind of organize events because everybody's sort of scattered sticks to the wind right now. People have asked if I wanted to play Days or if I want, DayZ, if I wanted to play that or if I wanted to play Rust or Nether with them, and my answer is yes, but I've got to figure out a way to organize people, and I think I'm going to do it through Facebook and Ventrilo. So sign up for the Facebook if you would like to game with me in the future, or at least like the page, because that's where I'll be doing all the announcements through. Like, I don't like whoring my Facebook like that, because I feel like a lot of LPers are like, don't forget to jump on Facebook, don't forget to go to Twitter, don't forget to like and subscribe, but, you know, at a certain point, in order to organize, I need to do what I need to do. So I apologize if it bothers you, but I'm doing my best. And I really do want to play games with you guys. Playing with a team in survival games is always more fun anyways. Cavalry! Stand the charge! On the double! Down goes that guy. That guy was bad at aiming. He must be having like a dyslexic Tuesday or something. I don't know why dyslexia occurs on Tuesday. I'm dyslexic. It sucks. Math classes are absolutely awful when you're dyslexic. Like, you gotta read the same thing like 400 times, and then you just sort of cut the difference. Like, I take an average. Like, if the numbers change too many times, I just give up. But what I do is I look away, and then I look at it, and then I look away and I look at it, and I sort of take an average of like whichever numbers stay the same and which ones change. It's sort of declined though as I've gotten older. Weirdly enough, it's not as bad now as it was when I was, say, 18 or 19. It was bad enough back then that I was like, wow, my math grades are probably gonna suffer. Nowadays, it's not so bad anymore. I don't know if dyslexia can fix itself or not. I don't think it can, so I think some people said that I just mess around with numbers in my head and I don't actually have dyslexia. I don't know. I had a teacher that was dyslexic all the time though, and so she would write down homework problems, but she would write them down wrong and then nobody would be able to solve them. Like, the proof would be written down in a way that you couldn't solve it, and that was a really irritating course to take, but I didn't blame her because, you know, it's a disability. What are you going to do about it? It is sort of ironic, though, that with really, really bad dyslexia, she ended up being a math teacher, because from what I understand, mathematics people tend to suffer from it. Like, it tends to disrupt their work very, very badly. It disrupts mine every now and again. I'm really enjoying this cavalry saber. To get back on the subject of Mountain Blade, this cavalry saber is bringing me great pleasure. If he couches one person, there we go. I claim that kill. I claim that kill on the for MDM, my abbreviation. All right, and so the Lord managed to escape. We've captured some people. Some stuff has happened. We'll take a veteran. Capture a horseman. He's got chainmail. He's probably worth more. Take another Lamellar. Some Lamelizzle for Rizzle. And then that'll be the last thing we'll do in this episode. So my name is Splattercat. Thank you for joining me as we write out the shot clock on our contract with Nord so that we can sell out and go elsewhere. I hope you're still enjoying the series. I'm enjoying the series. I'm having a blast with it, just sitting here talking with you guys. I've been super, super sick, just non-stop for the last month, just in and out of the hospital. So this is like one of the, actually not in and out of the hospital, in and out of doctor's offices, just for, I've got like neuronitis or something. It's weird. At this point, you guys probably think that I'm just a hypochondriac, but anyways, trust me, I have doctors and stuff. They'll vouch for me. And so this is like one of the main fun things that I get to do every day, so I really do. This is like the little thing that gets me through my afternoon. I hope you guys are enjoying the episodes. I'll see you guys next time, and take care out there, everybody.